dance routine.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark. Find out more about their amazing VPN service later.
Hello lovely people.
Hello.
And welcome to another Baking Bad with Jessie and Claud.
We haven't done one of these for ages.
I know, I know. And this one is very fun because it's one of my absolute favourite things to eat.
Mine too, actually.
So obviously we thought that we had to do a baking bad that was inspired by our trip to Malaysia. We did, I think, have made a Yong Tau Fu video before.
Have we?
I think so. I think mainly just because it's one of my favourite things.
I mean, when we told my
do.
auntie, like, the first thing we wanted to eat when we got to Malaysia was Yong Tau Fu.
Yeah, we were like, this is where you must take us. We have to go there, it's so tasty. Now, it's one of those dishes that is deceptively easy.
I mean,
I'm setting myself up for a failure.
I've never actually made it. I think Jessica, when we got back from Malaysia in 2018, Jessica just missed it so much that she's like, I'm going to make it myself. Because you can't really buy it anywhere. There's nowhere that does it here.
Yeah.
I mean, there probably is, but we haven't found it. And
There isn't in Brighton.
not in Brighton anyway.
Maybe there is in London.
So
report in the comments if you know.
So Jessica,
please.
like, very like
will travel.
valiantly found a recipe, did it herself. I came home from work one day and she'd done it. I was like,
She did it.
wow! So like you can have it. It basically means stuffed bean curd, but
Yeah.
ironically we don't have any bean curd.
No, it's actually.
So it's a really great start.
Yeah. But you can stuff anything. You can stuff anything, any kind of veg. So thank you. Oh, my delightful assistant.
So
Ooh.
we've got lady's fingers,
Okra.
but lady's fingers is good.
Yeah.
Mushroom,
Boring English ones.
and these like exciting kind of smaller aubergines.
They're exciting though. We had to go to a special shop.
We also had to go to a special shop for these okra to get the big size
We
ones.
did.
And these are not as big as I would like them to be honest.
No.
No.
We are currently experiencing some shortages in the UK. So.
And then we have some mackerel, but any type of white fish, or is it like have to be a particularly like smelly mackerel?
I think
smelly white
the
fish.
smellier the fish, the better.
And then some
Fish paste is advised.
Yeah.
So really stink it up.
some little dried shrimp, which have that very distinctive sort of like
Stinky.
Malaysian smell because of the balacan, like it's dried shrimp basically paste. And then some turkey mince.
Yeah, it should be pork. I just don't digest pork.
Yeah, I mean we make a lot of things with turkey as a substitute, like spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah. Chicken mince though, that is a good one.
Yeah, chicken mince would have worked well.
That's just hard to find.
And then in this bowl we have,
Artfully laid out, can I just say?
yeah, we're a bit more prepared today.
We are.
Apart from not having the bean curd.
It's hard. Okay, it's hard to find.
It's because you like to use like, it's nice, like they have like bean curd
You want
sheets.
the puffy kind.
Yeah, they do all different types. They have like the sheets, you have the fried one that you stuff, and then you have the fresh one that you can stuff. Also, we should mention that the way we like to eat it, you can either fry it, which is what we're going to do today, or you can add it into like this really yummy kind of like brothy stock that you then have, and then we then tend to have both options, and then you have like a soup at the side with some nice like steamed stuffed veg with some like slightly unhealthier fried veg. And it's just all so yummy. And then you have it with loads and loads of like sweet sticky soy sauce thing and chili
You're
sauce.
making me really, really miss it.
Rupert loved it as well, didn't he?
Oh my gosh, yeah, he absolutely chowed that down.
He loved the like fried bean curd. He was like, what is this? Give me more.
He ate every single vegetable there, and sometimes we had to be like, I think it might be a hot chili he's reaching for. Should we? Ooh, not that one. Okay, pull it back.
Alright, going back to this. What's this?
Back to this. So here we have corn flour. This is 1 large tablespoon of corn flour, a teaspoon and a half of sugar, and a teaspoon of salt.
Right.
I mean, I think you've kind of done this now, so they're all blended in together. But
They're
that's
slightly,
fine.
they created quite a yin-yang sign right now.
Oh, it's a
See?
swell. So it's all going to go into the Nutri-Billet together, so it's fine. It's fine.
Alright, so what we're going to do first, I'll be your sous chef.
Would you like a
I
messy
will,
job?
You know what, I'll cut the veggies.
I see. You want the
can,
clean job,
and
did
you can blend the fish.
I see. So I need to I need to take the skin off the fish and make sure there aren't any bones in it. Messy job for me it is.
But before we carry on, now is a great time to talk about today's video sponsor, Surfshark. Surfshark is an app and browser extension that not only lets you set your device's location to anywhere in the world, it also encrypts all of the information sent between your devices and the internet, like your password, and makes sure no one can track or steal your data. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm already sold. What I really love is that Surfshark works for your whole family because you can use one account across an unlimited number of devices at the same time. That means my wife and I can sit side by side with our laptops set to different countries to look at prices for flights and hotels for a hypothetical Disneyland trip. Because I never got to go as a child, okay? So I'm taking my toddler. Even if he's never watched any of the films, he can at least appreciate a good princess dress. And you can just sleep safe at night knowing that you've protected yourself online, just like all the adverts tell you you're meant to. Surfshark VPN lets you send and receive files securely, keeps you safe on public Wi-Fi. Oh, did you also forget you're not safe on public Wi-Fi? Are you me? And easily unlock and access, just exciting things online that are geo-logged. Oh, you really want to watch that? Oh, but you can't because you're in England? Ugh, rude. You just pick a server. It's just that easy. You connect, and you just stream away. Did you know, shockingly, Surfshark have 3,200 servers in over 100 countries and 24/7 support. So it's really like, hello there. Click the link in the description to, yes, support the channel, but also support your computer. So once again, that's surfshark.deals/Jessica for 3 months free and 83% off with code Jessica. Now back to some yummy food.
Thinner, like this side, this length. And then you do
then
a
cut.
slice in the middle that doesn't go all the way through.
I never really pay attention to what I'm eating, I just eat it. So Jessica's actually the one who's taken note of like the size of the stuff. And I'm just like,
oh, this is delicious. Yes, I'll absolutely eat this.
So you slice them, so you basically make like a little envelope out of the aubergine or whatever it is that you're cooking. So if the okra is like this, and then that's what you then stuff the fish paste in, which can get quite messy, but quite satisfying to do, isn't it? There's something quite nice about like the fishy paste.
Indeed.
How do they stuff the mushrooms? Do you cut them like?
You just pop it on top.
Pardon?
So you
Make a little hole.
Make a space,
Oh, okay.
and you put it on top. You really pay no attention to what you're eating, do you?
No, not really.
Excuse us though if we seem slightly out of it. We've been having some sleep difficulties
my
lately.
Like last night was a full moon, and that always causes issues.
Claudia's got very into the lunar cycle.
I'd say like very into it, but I was reading like Fern Cotton's Bigger Than Us, and she talks about actually, isn't it interesting interesting and slightly sad that we're so absorbed in everything that's around us, like in terms of social media and materialistic things and staring down at our phones, and we're not really, and we've kind of got so out of touch with the bigger things, like the fact that the moon probably does affect us in more ways than we realise, and we shouldn't consider it all woo-woo because the moon, it affects the tides of the oceans, and we are 60% water, so of course it's going to like affect us too. It affects our like cycles and our moods. I find it really interesting. I was saying to Jessica, like, this is a bit controversial, but I was like, there's probably more validity in trusting like your star signs and lunar cycles to predict your moods or future or past than there is like thinking about God, which is completely, with no physical
I mean, we have proof that the moon exists.
Exactly. So I think the Romans were like, onto something by praying, praying to Venus and Mars and so on.
Is believing in the moon cycle actually science?
Oh, I see what you mean. Is it actually science? Well, yeah, probably. It's more scientific than believing in like the Holy Trinity. But then you see, I'm a more scientifically based person. But I am spiritual. But then what does spiritual mean? Does it mean actually you just believe in physical things? It's just that we're so far removed from them now that we call them spiritual because they're considered a little bit like out there, when actually...
Does spiritual just mean that you believe in something?
I think so, probably. But not religious, isn't it? It's like you believe in something but you're not religious. Is kind of what spiritual means. Also kind of you have to be into crystals. If someone said to me, I'm spiritual...
So,
I would probably think that they...
You class yourself as being spiritual.
I know.
Do you believe in crystals?
I think they have. Don't you find them interesting?
No. I'm sorry.
So you would just buy, if you were like choosing between 2 crystals that you liked, do you not look at like, what does the ruby represent? What can it bring me?
I think they're pretty. I like things based on like, oh, that's cute. It's the month that my wife was born.
Do you want to help with this? Because I need to start a stuff and veg.
But I don't necessarily look at it and go like, oh yes, being near this crystal will absolutely heal my inner broken bones.
That's not what no, but I mean, yeah, I guess there's
I'm
like,
covered in fish.
there's probably different
There are different levels of
stratospheres
crystal
of crystal
loving.
belief, yes. The harm is when you start pushing it down people's throats when they're uninvited. So like, you know, Jesus, like, whatever, or like crystals. You know, people just don't, you know, people don't want to know about things until they want to know about them.
Yeah. I mean, don't come for me with, can I pray for you?
Yeah. Or can I heal you with this crystal?
Can I throw a crystal in your face? Here we go. We have got fish in the tub. We've got meat in the tub. We're gonna throw in our lovely dried fish. We've got our corn flour, sugar and salt. And we thank the lunar cycle for the NutriBullet.
I think I had an interesting point. Jessica likes to mock me.
No! I quite agree. Like, we know that the moon moves the oceans. We are made of water. Only makes sense.
Right, should we put it back into this bowl and then we can each like use a spoon to like smidge it in. You can have this gold spoon. Sorry about Walter constantly walking around.
Walter has bad arthritis.
He does normally. The ironic thing is he mostly spends 95% of the day lying down because, you know, it's uncomfortable to walk. But the one time, you know, we decide to film for half an hour, that's the 5% of the day that he's going to walk around, of course. Probably because he can smell the fish paste.
He also can't be in a different room to Claudia because he will just get upset and scratch at the door and be like, I need to be near her. Oh, it looks so good.
It does. It looks like a fish pate.
Yay, go me.
Now we stuff it in. So at the restaurants in Malaysia where they serve this, you just have baskets of the veg that you choose. And you take the basket to them and then you say whether you want it in the soup or fried. And then they cut it and stuff it like to order kind of thing. So it's all like freshly done. Oh yeah, and do you want noodles or rice as well?
No idea how they do it so well. I mean, to be fair, if this was your job all day long, you
Yeah.
probably would get very good at it very quickly.
Or, you know, you just don't have a job at that shop. A bit like when Jessica did 3 shifts of waitressing and then was told at the end of each shift it's not really working out, and then her mum rang up and begged that they would take her back for another shift.
Yeah,
I
true
love that
story.
I mean, you're like the worst person to be a waitress. Like, you're so clumsy. Sorry. You're forgetful, and these are not your fault, you know. Like, these are
and deaf.
and deaf. Yeah, couldn't take the orders. And then when you fast, like, and you're in a busy pub where it's like can't hear, like, struggle to hear anything
I
anyway.
couldn't hear what the person was what they were saying when they were ordering, and after like the 5th time of asking, people just get so angry with me. So I started just kind of writing down what I thought they had asked, but then when I took the food over, they'd get angrier because it wasn't the food they'd asked for. Well, and then I, you know, understandably. And I was only 13. So I was like, oh no, there's a grown man yelling at me. Well, hello. It's hours later. You may be able to tell by the change in light or my much longer hair because I went out in the rain and my curls dropped. I had a driving lesson because I'm learning to drive, which is going variably. Today, in fact, I was partway through, about a good 10 minutes in, and he said I probably should have cancelled today due to the fact I'm clearly quite tired and can't concentrate on anything. I was like, oh good, so pleased, we've got another 2 hours of this to go. Yeah, because you also have to pay, by the way, if you cancel them. You have to schedule them like 6 weeks in advance in the hope that I will have the energy 6 weeks in advance, because that's not how chronic fatigue works, friends. That's not how it works. It doesn't give you a timetable. So healthy, so ready to do a driving lesson. And the thing is, I feel really good sometimes, and I'm like, this was amazing. I bossed this lesson. So confident, so great, going amazing. I have now parked in between 2 cars in a bay parking situation. I felt amazing, but also I've cried. Life skills are very hard to pick up. Other life skills, let's get on with that one, shall we? Cook this Yong Tau Fu. Yeah. So we did think we were going to use the wok, but then I realised that wasn't feasible. I need to cook a lot of this, and I need to cook it soon because I have a small child who needs feeding. He's had a long day and he's not sleeping because he has hit some kind of sleep regression. How? What? I thought that only happened like 18 months. 18 months sleep regression. We had that. That happened. We hit it. Okay. We moved on. But suddenly, somehow, it's come back. He started at a new nursery after we were in Malaysia together. So it was a solid 7 weeks of being just with his mums. And then we were like, okay, now enjoy mornings at your new nursery. And he loves it there. He absolutely loves it. Has an amazing time. He says even before he goes in, like, I'm so excited. I like it. I love it. Oh, lists all the names of his little friends. Just suddenly, after all these many months of birth until we came back from Malaysia and he started at a new place, he was always a self-soothing baby. He was like, don't even bother coming and trying to help me get to sleep. I don't want it. Don't touch me. And now he's like, cuddle me. I want you to pat me to sleep. And he wakes up in the night and he can't put himself back to sleep. And he is our first child. So we have no experience of a baby being like this. Seasoned parents. What do you do? What does one do? What does one do? How do we get him back to normal? Because otherwise, there are a lot of driving lessons I'm gonna have to cancel. I'm heating a lot of oil. Is this safe? Yeah. Grew up with my mother telling me horror stories about cooking with oil in the 60s. Slightly terrified. If you follow our Instagram stories, you probably see we do with Rupert. He likes to make scrambled eggs. He basically just wants to do whatever we do. So he likes to get involved in cooking at low heats and with no oil, obviously. And he likes to try and chop stuff up, whatever he can do. But my family are very into cooking from a very young age. Lots of independence, quite Montessori, really. Not that I think they know it, although they use the term Montessori. Whoopsie. That one got a bit hot. It's a little okra party going on here. They're dancing around.
Yay! We made dinner. And then our toddler insisted that we put it on the table and feed him right that very second. So we ate the food. It was really tasty though. Yong Tau Fu is one of the best, absolute best dishes, and I love making it because, as we said earlier, it really does seem like it's going to be incredibly complex to do, because how could something taste that good and not be excessively hard to make? And yet, it really isn't. You just need to have something to do the smushing for you. Thank you, NutriBullet. I will be putting the recipe down below in the description. I highly recommend that you attempt to make this yourself. Yes, absolutely. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I think it's really fun to just do like little baking bads. They're even baking bads now though. Was this baking? I think we cooked. Debatable. Please let us know what you would like us to try our hand at actually baking next, whether that be something kind of complex. Oh, you know what I'd like to try and make? Gluten-free croissant. Is that a thing? Can we do that? Maybe that should be the next video. That probably will end badly, to be fair. Thank you so much to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video, and thank you to everyone who clicks on the link. It really does help to support the channel, and it gets you a great deal. Surfshark has a strict no logs policy, meaning they do not collect your data no matter what. It also automatically blocks more than 1 million known malicious websites, phishing methods, and other threats using the Clean Web feature. So head to surfshark.deals/Jessica and use code Jessica for 83% off and 3 months extra for free. Thank you so much everyone who has also supported my merch sale. It's really been astounding, astonishing, but all of the badges have gone. They've gone. They've all gone. We only have the patches and the greeting cards left. Amazing. These patches can be ironed on or they can be sewn on. And with the greetings card, you get 5 different types of greeting cards in every pack. So they are still available. You can get them by going down to the link in the description. You can also, if you are in certain countries, see them on the merch shelf, which is a little shelf. I was gonna say pops up. It doesn't pop up, it's just always there. Under the video, down there, if you're in that particular country. Not my country. It's not England, but other countries. YouTube is weird like that. So again, thank you, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.